असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय.
Hello students, hope all of you have watched the last video that has been uploaded. This is the part 4 of the chapter of forces and motion. In the last video, we have learnt about types of motion: linear motion, circular motion, rotational motion, vibrational motion and periodic motion. Today, we are going to learn about distance and displacement. So, first of all, we have to know about distance. Okay? Distance is the actual length of path covered by an object during its motion to reach final position from initial position, irrespective of its direction of motion. So, here we have to know what is initial position and what is final position. Initial position is a position where a body starts, and final position is a position where a body stops. Okay. Now, distance is a scalar quantity, because we know scalar quantity is a physical quantity which has magnitude only. Distance has magnitude only. It doesn't have direction. That's why distance is a scalar quantity. And the distance is the actual length of path covered by an object. So its unit must be same as length, and we know unit of the length in SI is meter and unit of the length in CGS is centimeter. So the unit of distance in SI is meter and unit of distance in CGS is centimeter. Okay. Now we have to know about displacement. When an object changes its position as time passes on, the distance measured in the direction from its initial to final position along a straight line is known as its displacement. Displacement is the shortest path covered by an object. Displacement is a vector quantity because displacement has both magnitude as well as direction, and the unit of the displacement in SI is meter and in CGS is centimeter. Okay. Now we have to know distance covered by an object and its displacement may not be equal always. So, to prove this, we have to take a help of a diagram. In this diagram, there are 3 points. These are A, B and C. Okay. So let's assume a man has travelled 4 meter to the east from the point A and reached to the point B, and then he has turned left and travelled 3 meter to the north, and finally he has reached to the point C. Here A is the initial position of the man and C is the final position. So here actual length of path covered by the man is AB plus BC is equal to 4 meter plus 3 meter is equal to 7 meter. And 7 meter is the distance covered by the man. But 7 meter is not the displacement, because it is not the shortest path and not in a particular direction. AC is the shortest path here, isn't it? Now we get a right angle triangle, and that is ABC. Here AB is the base and BC is the perpendicular and AC is the hypotenuse, and we know the value of AB and BC. AB is equal to 4 meter and BC is equal to 3 meter, and we have to find out the AC to find out the displacement. Okay. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, we know base square plus perpendicular square is equal to hypotenuse square, isn't it? So we know the value of base and perpendicular. Here base is equal to AB and the value of AB is equal to 4 meter, and BC is the perpendicular here, and the value of the BC is equal to 3 meter, isn't it? So 4 square plus 3 square is equal to hypotenuse square. So 4 square means 16 and 3 square means 9. So 16 plus 9 is equal to hypotenuse square, and 16 plus 9 is equal to 25. 25 is equal to hypotenuse square, or hypotenuse is equal to 5. That means AC is equal to 5 meter, and it is the displacement here. Okay. So distance covered by an object and its displacement may not be equal always. We can say it. So hope it is clear to all. Now coming to the next, that is distance covered by a moving object cannot be 0, but displacement can be. So we have to prove distance covered by a moving object cannot be 0, but displacement can be. Okay. So let us assume a man has travelled 4 meter to the east from the point A, and he has reached to the point B, and after that he has turned back and reached to the point A again. So here actual length of path covered by him is equal to 4 plus 4 is equal to 8 meter, but this is not the displacement. Here initial position is A and final position is also A. So displacement is 0 here because the displacement is the distance measured in the direction from initial to final position along a straight line. But at the initial and final position is same. That's why displacement is equal to 0 here. So it is proved that distance covered by a moving object cannot be 0, but displacement can be.